Gladiator 2, a bold, surprising sequel that mixes mythic drama with comedy. When it was announced that Gladiator 2 would be a reality, fans of Ridley Scott's iconic 2000 film were eager to see how the director would follow up on such a legendary epic. The first Gladiator was a masterpiece, an intense and stirring drama that told the story of Maximus, a betrayed general turned gladiator, and his quest for revenge against the corrupt Emperor Commodus. It was a film that had audiences on the edge of their seats, showcasing powerful performances from Russell Crowe, Joaquin Phoenix, and the rest of the cast, not to mention the stunning cinematography, breathtaking battle sequences, and a stirring score by Hans Zimmer. So expectations were naturally high for the sequel. However, Gladiator 2 takes a bold approach that diverges from the previous film in ways that fans might not have anticipated. While the first Gladiator was a gritty, mythic story about vengeance, honor, and power, the sequel introduces a significant amount of humor, a heavy dose of comedy that brings a fresh, unexpected element to the narrative. And it's in this shift of tone that the film both succeeds and falters, walking the fine line between thrilling action and lighthearted levity. Right from the start, Gladiator 2 feels like a familiar tale, almost like a retread of the original film's themes. The opening scenes draw heavily from the first movie, especially with its focus on political intrigue, betrayal, and the raw, unflinching brutality of life in ancient Rome. Paul Mescal, who plays Lucius, the son of Maximus, steps into the role with a sense of gravitas, but it quickly becomes apparent that the sequel is more than just a continuation of Maximus's legacy. In the first half of the film, it feels like Scott and his team were playing it safe, sticking closely to the formula that made the original so successful. The settings are reminiscent of those used in Gladiator: grandiose arenas, majestic Roman buildings, and gritty gladiatorial combat. There's an undeniable sense of déjà vu as we watch Mescal's character confront similar challenges, attempting to rise to power in the shadow of his father's legacy. In this portion of the movie, the plot unfolds as if it's a straightforward remake, almost as if the creative team was testing the waters before truly charting their own course. However, as the film progresses into its second half, it shifts gears and begins to take on a more unique identity, steering away from the homage to the original and venturing into new, unexpected territories. This is where the comedy begins to emerge more prominently, and it becomes a defining feature of the film. One of the most surprising elements of Gladiator 2 is Denzel Washington's performance as Macrinus, a new character who brings a surprising amount of humor to the story. In the first Gladiator, there were very few moments of levity. It was a serious, high-stakes drama from start to finish. Gladiator 2, however, injects humor into the narrative in ways that range from witty one-liners to absurd political satire. Washington's character Macrinus is both charismatic and hilarious. He delivers his lines with impeccable timing, bringing levity to some of the darkest moments in the film. His character is constantly cracking jokes, laughing at his own jokes, and making light of otherwise grim situations. For instance, when Senator Thrax slyly insinuates that Lucius's father had an unconventional preference, Macrinus quips that he, too, doesn't prefer women most of the time. This is just one example of the playful, almost slapstick humor Washington brings to the role. What makes Macrinus so amusing is his complete lack of self-awareness. He genuinely finds himself hilarious, which in turn makes his presence on screen incredibly entertaining. He's not just a source of comic relief, though. Washington is able to switch between the humorous moments and moments of intensity with seamless ease. When Macrinus seizes control of Rome and begins to implement his own tyrannical rule, there are no jokes to be found. The character becomes a formidable force in these moments, and Washington handles the gravity of these scenes just as well as he handles the humor. Despite the abundance of comedy, the film knows when to pull back and let the serious moments shine. This is particularly true when Macrinus faces off against Lucius in the film's climactic showdown, where the stakes are higher and the humor takes a back seat to the tension and drama of the moment. Washington's performance in this scene is a testament to his versatility as an actor. He proves that Gladiator 2 is not just a comedy or a parody of its predecessor, but a film that can balance humor with intensity in a way that few others can. It's not just Washington's Macrinus who provides comic relief in Gladiator 2. Many of the film's secondary characters have their own moments of levity, helping to create a tone that is both absurd and hilarious. One of the most notable examples is the dynamic between the characters Geta and Caracalla, two bickering brothers who are both vying for power. Their constant petty squabbles are reminiscent of a sitcom, and their relationship provides some of the film's funniest moments. Caracalla's pet monkey, Dondis, also serves as an amusing figure in the film. The idea of a monkey being one of Caracalla's closest political advisors is both absurd and hilarious, adding an extra layer of absurdist political satire to the movie. When Caracalla manages to usurp the throne from his brother, he rewards Dondis by giving him a key position in his cabinet. This ridiculous twist of fate plays out like something from Monty Python's Life of Brian, offering a satirical commentary on the absurdity of political power. In a movie that is meant to be a high-octane action film, it's surprising to see so much attention given to the comedic aspects of the story. Even Maximus's illegitimate son Lucius, the film's primary protagonist seeking revenge for his slain wife and grandfather's destroyed utopia, is given moments of comedic relief. After surviving a battle with a monkey in the arena, Lucius is mocked by his fellow gladiators, who make monkey noises around the dinner table. While Lucius is undoubtedly the film's emotional center, it's fascinating to see how the film weaves in humor without undermining the stakes of his personal journey. While the humor in Gladiator 2 is undeniably entertaining, it's also a bit jarring at times, especially when it competes with the more serious elements of the film. The comedy works best in the subplots, where the absurdity of the characters and situations allows for a lighter tone. However, when the humor bleeds into the main storyline, particularly in Lucius's quest for revenge, it can undermine the emotional depth of his character. The juxtaposition between the Shakespearean politics of ancient Rome and the light-hearted humor feels at odds, and while the comedy adds entertainment value, it sometimes detracts from the grandeur and gravitas of the film's central plot. But on the whole, the humor is more of a positive than a negative, adding an unexpected layer of fun to a movie that could have easily been weighed down by the expectations surrounding it. In addition to the humor, Gladiator 2 also boasts some of the most inventive and thrilling action sequences of Ridley Scott's career. The film's set pieces are daring and imaginative, pushing the boundaries of what viewers expect from a traditional gladiatorial film. One of the standout moments involves a pack of monkeys that terrorizes the gladiators, ripping them to shreds in a scene that is both grotesque and darkly humorous. It's a bizarre moment that feels like it could have been lifted from a bizarre fantasy film, but its execution is flawless. Another jaw-dropping moment comes when a swarm of sharks is unleashed into the arena, turning the fight into a deadly and unpredictable spectacle. These inventive set pieces are a testament to Scott's skill as a filmmaker, showing that even in the age of CGI, practical effects, and bold storytelling can still create some truly unforgettable cinematic moments. The balance of these high-octane scenes with the humor helps to elevate the film, giving it a sense of unpredictability and excitement that makes it stand out from its predecessor. Gladiator 2 is undoubtedly a crowd pleaser, and its mix of humor, absurdity, and action has made it a hit with audiences who are looking for something fresh and entertaining. The performances, particularly Washington's, are a joy to watch, and the film's unexpected comedic tone provides a welcome break from the usual intensity of historical epics. However, not everyone will be a fan of the direction Gladiator 2 takes. For those who are hoping for a more serious and grandiose sequel to the original, the humor may feel like a betrayal of the film's mythic roots. The tone can be inconsistent, and at times, the comedic elements detract from the weight of the story's emotional beats. But for those who are open to a more playful take on ancient Rome, Gladiator 2 offers a refreshing new take that balances action